Hello there, my name is Lamont Hunter. I'm an account executive and channel manager with OffsiteDataSync, and we are a platinum Veeam service provider specializing in cloud backup and disaster recovery solutions. Today, I'm just going to be reviewing some of the solutions that ODS brings to the table to help your clients and partners with some of their backup and DR needs. So to start off with just a little bit about ODS, we're a trusted 3-time Veeam Partner of the Year, recognized for outstanding performance. Combined, we have about 20 years delivering world-class data protection services with hundreds of thousands of physical and virtual machines currently being protected around the globe. We have best-in-class global data center ecosystems. We can provide SOC 2 reporting. We meet most highly regulated compliances such as ISO 27001, HIPAA, ITAR, CGIS, and just some of the accreditations that we have for our Veeam engineers. So they are all Veeam certified engineers. All of our work staff are highly trained. They're Veeam accredited service providers. We even employ Veeam Vanguard as well as Cisco Champion. So you know that when you reach out to us for service or support, you're getting an expert and industry leader in their field that knows your environment and knows Veeam like the back of their hands. We are part of J2 Global, which is a global leader in cloud services with an amazing 24 consecutive year of revenue growth. So we're not going anywhere. We're in a completely evolving organization, a constantly growing organization. And because of that, we're able to invest quite heavily in our security and our data centers and our solutions. Now, to start off with, I'm just going to kind of talk about our Veeam Cloud Connect replication. This is going to be our true DR solution. So this is designed for near instant failover capabilities for the VMs, whether that's Hyper-V, VMware, or Nutanix VMs that require aggressive RTOs and RPOs if they're crucial for the business continuity. This is for any organization that has data that needs to be up and running almost immediately. And with the replication solution, we can achieve RTOs of within 15 minutes. We offer one suite of service for replication, so it's very easy to quote out and figure out what's going to be the best fit for you and your clients. And it's full disaster recovery support for both VMware, Hyper-V, as I said, Nutanix. The solution also comes with 2 annual DR tests, so you get to trial and go through the entire process of a mock disaster, spin up your VMs for 5 consecutive days, and really get a feel for how your data is going to operate and how your business is going to run in the case of a disaster running in our environment. So you have the ability to fail over and run our environment for a matter of minutes with testing as well as full disaster recovery for 60 days at no additional charge. So you can run in our environment, leverage our equipment for 60 days at no charge. And then the next slide is just going to show a few keywords with some of the DR solution as well too. So it is a one-click failover. That's going to be the one I want to focus on the most. Is it's a one-click failover done through our partner portal or our client portal, which is web browser based. So anywhere at any time, you can initiate the process of failing over within a matter of minutes, just with the click of a button. It has very aggressive RTOs, hyper secure solution, and it is managed within our data centers. Now, our Veeam Cloud Connect for backup is going to be our bread and butter. This is probably about 90% of our business is going to be on the backup end of it. And the reason for that is because we do things a little bit differently than other backup providers. So one of the big differentiators for us is that we provide failover capabilities even at the backup level. So all of our solutions, including the replication, come with a backup as a service model, come with a backup as a service for a recovery assurance. So it's a 30 to 60 day window where if your end user needs to fail over into our environment, they could do so for 30 to 60 days, even at the backup level, without any additional RAM, CPU, storage, ingress, or egress fees at all. There's a 30 to 60 day window where they can expect no additional fees for running in our environment, leveraging our equipment. Our backup solution is sold on the per terabyte basis, either in 12 or 36-month service terms that are billed monthly or annually. There's 2 different suites of services for our backup solutions. So this allows you to provide different features and SLAs based on the end user's goal or your client's needs. Maybe having a premium service for backup isn't ideal for what they're looking for. Maybe they're just looking for a backup solution with DR functionality that provides a little bit better SLAs than what they would find on object storage, but they don't need everything that we have to offer. So it gives you some flexibility with the backup end. And some of the suites actually include the DR testing as well, like I had mentioned with the replication solutions. So they can still trial, they can still perform mock disasters on a biannual basis with the necessary documentation afterwards for auditing, compliance purposes, or just peace of mind. We have archiving as well, which is a colder storage option that comes alongside the backup solution for longer term retention initiatives as well. Maybe they want to keep monthlies or yearlies over the course of, I don't know, 3, 5 years, whatever it may be. Doesn't make sense to pay a premium for data that they may never utilize once again, but they just want to have it on hand. And then here are some more keywords too. So this is flexible storage. And what this means is we have flexible storage options for all of our backup solutions where, let's say you have a 10 terabyte repository. You go to perform a backup, and traditionally, if you wanted to increase that, you talk to one of our competitors, you would have to get on the phone with someone from sales over there, do a contract increase, a term increase, change term dates, increases. It could be very taxing. With our flexible storage options, it's easy for our solutions to scale alongside the needs of your end users without you actually ever having to get on the phone with us. If you have a 10 terabyte repository and they go to perform a backup that would take them to, let's say, 11 terabytes, over that 10 terabyte threshold, our solution can automatically increase the repository size in 1 terabyte increments to allow that job to go through. And then the next invoice will just reflect the change and the increase in the storage quota. Or we can have it where that job won't go through and a notice automatically gets sent out to us and to you, letting you know that you've reached the threshold and to reach out if you would like to increase it. So it's completely on how you as the partner and your client want to actually handle the flexibility and the scalability of our solution. Everything is hyper secure, highly available. And as I said, our solutions are tailor-made. We partner with a multitude of data centers. So our solutions are tailored to the needs of the end users themselves. And then finally, we have our Veeam Cloud Connect for backup, or our Veeam Cloud Connect backup for O365. And this has been getting a ton of traction, especially this year, as we live in an age where remote workforce is at an all-time high. And these remote workers are utilizing tools like SharePoint and OneDrive for collaboration at a much higher capacity than any organization had previously thought. The type of data that's being shared is much more mission critical. And because of this, Microsoft is becoming more outspoken that they are not a backup provider. They simply guarantee the uptime and security of the solution. And the best that they can do to protect your data is to provide a 30-day window. So and within the recycle bin. So the main focus of the solution is for organizations that worry about accidental data deletion. If you have an employee that leaves and they accidentally delete their emails, or they delete particular emails, or the email itself, the mailbox gets accidentally deleted. If it's not recovered within that 30 days, there's no bringing that data back unless you have a third-party backup solution. So a lot of organizations have been leveraging this for the peace of mind of any type of accidental deletions. The pricing is based on the number of active users or mailboxes that you would be looking to protect. And this is the one solution that we can actually provide standalone, as the pricing comes with the VBO 365 licenses, the Veeam backup for O365 licenses, and access to the cloud portal. And because we do everything based on the per mailbox, per user basis, it allows us to provide unlimited storage and unlimited retention with the ability to create, edit, and perform restores for SharePoint, OneDrive, Teams, Outlook, Exchange, all of their O365 environment, and it gets put into our tier 4 switch snap data centers, which are the most secure and most compliant data centers that we partner with here in the US. And just some more keywords about the O365 solution. The compliance is there. It's a cloud-to-cloud deployment. We just can't take I believe it's the Microsoft O365 for the legal aspect of it, the legal O365 one that's very specific to that. But for general O365, it meets all the necessary compliancy. It's a comprehensive solution, very easy to utilize, and it can be accessed anywhere that you can access a a web browser, same as our portal. It's all done through our cloud portal. And then this slide right here is going to be a great, just some few differentiators. Everyone wants to know, what makes OffsiteDataSync different from the Dattos of the world, from the Acronises of the world? Well, we operate out of Switch SuperNAP, which are the tier 4 data centers that I had mentioned before too. And these are some of the most secure and compliant data centers in the US. And we actually partner with, thankfully, 2 to 3 different ones. So it gives you some choices to partner to decide where your client's data is going to lie. We meet many of the compliance initiatives such as HIPAA, ITAR, SOC, PCI, many more. I know that's big out there with CGIS, and compliance is just becoming more and more of a requirement for organizations as compliance is keeping up with the change in technology and the cloud environment itself. We have Veeam Vanguards on staff as well, and this is the highest level of engineering you can get within Veeam. So you have the best of the best when it comes to our engineer, when it comes to our support staff. You're getting the people that know and understand Veeam the best here in North America. All of our support engineers, even if it's not Veeam Vanguard, they're all Veeam VMCE certified. So everyone that you get on the phone with for support, you're going to reach an engineer. You're going to get an engineer that knows Veeam like the back of their hands, and they're going to be able to assist you to ensure a rapid response to any issues that your clients may be facing or any questions that they may have. And then I mentioned this before too, we have the flexible storage options designed for customers to start with what they need protected today. We always stress quoting what they need today, because it doesn't make sense to pay for storage that you're not going to utilize for 6, 7, 8 months down the road. We're hypervisor agnostic, so VMware, Hyper-V failover capabilities for all of our solutions, Nutanix we can work with, physical, and even if your end user is just a few workstations, we can still back up and fail over that data in that environment. And our hardware data resides on Cisco UCS and Nimble storage. That's the type of equipment that we're leveraging within our data centers, the best of the best, to ensure best-in-class performance in a failover scenario where we can also leverage our virtual firewalls and VPN connections. So just a little bit as to why we feel that you should partner with ODS. And that's going to be to increase your monthly recurring revenue. The thought is you're already selling the Veeam licensing. We love it when our partners are the ones selling Veeam licensing and working with Veeam. And it's a natural progression from Veeam, from backing up and replicating on-premise. It's a natural progression to start looking at the cloud. So if you aren't the ones presenting a robust cloud offering that integrates with Veeam, your end users are going to go somewhere else. So it's very important for you to be able to increase your monthly recurring revenue, capture that growing client need, become more sticky with your clients, and just be that industry leader that they look to you as the reseller, as the partner to be. You can increase your business top line through margins. So we have flexible margins working with INGRAM. You get your partner discount as well as some additional volume discounts based on the complexity of the deal as well as the size of the deal. You can offer your customers backups to secure private clouds as opposed to the public cloud, where it can be completely managed by us and by yourself as well. So you have full management of the solution too. And if you have any clients that would benefit from any of these services, for any of our services, once again, we have cloud backup and or archiving, disaster recovery, planning, testing, backup for O365, and then probably one of our most important features that we could spin up for any of our backup solutions is going to be our ransomware protection. In a day and age where malicious attacks are just becoming more and more prevalent and more complex, it's no longer a matter of, if we may get hit or what can we do to fully protect ourselves from getting hit. It's we're going to get hit. Now, how can we recover when we get hit? And this acts as a great last line of defense against ransomware attacks. So I strongly recommend looking at our ransomware protection in more depth if you do evaluate any of our solutions. And then once again, my name is Lamont Hunter. I'm an account executive with OffsiteDataSync. Here you'll see the QR code to get some more of our literature from our offsitedatasync.com/Ingram assets web address. You can also see some of our social links too for LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. So please feel free to follow us on any of those social platforms for updates on new promotions that we may be doing, new solutions, any changes within our organization or offerings. Great assets, and our marketing team does a great job on pushing new information. So that is the presentation. I want to take this time to answer any questions that the attendees may have. Anything at all that I might be able to answer, or I open it up to you guys as the participants. All right, looks like we have one. Now, what kind of compliances do you have, and can you provide documentation for them? So yes, we can. I had mentioned before all the various compliances that we have with HIPAA, ITAR, CGIS, SOC. We can not only tell you about those, but even if your clients require that information, just with the signature of an NDA, we can send them any and all compliance documentation that they're going to need to prove for an audit purposes, or just for compliance, or just for peace of mind. We're very forthcoming with our compliances and our security protocols. So we can provide all necessary documentation for any organization to prove that we do meet those compliances. Now, what does the failover process look like after a disaster? Well, this is going to be a great question as well. So in the case of a disaster, if they're leveraging backup and they need to fail over a backup environment, well, that takes a little bit longer of a process, a manual failover process for failing over backup. So what you would do is we have a 24/7 Severity 1 hotline. You call into that hotline, you declare disaster, our engineers will work to restore that data. And then once that data is restored within our environment, if it's replication, it's just a one-click failover. But once it's restored in our environment, we leverage the Cisco UCS Nimble storage. That's the equipment that it's going to run on. We leverage an edge gateway, and then it's done through a simple VPN connection too. So you can access this data through a VPN connection. What is the partner discount? So the partner discount to start off with Ingram partners is going to be about 10%. And then they'll increase as you do more and more business. And then you do have opportunities for additional discounts on top of that, including, as I said before, volume discounts, or if the complexity is there. So if there's multiple different solutions, such as replication and backup, you also have the chance to gain additional margins for those. Looks like we have some more questions. Okay, is there any particular partnership level needed for DRAAS? No, if you are a partner with us, if you sign up with us through Ingram Micro, you can propose DR right from the get-go. It's our replication solution. All of our solutions, the only prerequisite for our backup and replication solutions is that you have any Veeam licensing deployed on premise aside from the free community license. That's the only requirement. If you have licensing that's not the free community license, you will be able to back up and replicate into our solutions, into our environments, our data centers, and there's no different partnership levels in order to leverage that ability. Where do your data centers reside? So when it comes to the Switch SuperNAP Tier 4 data centers, we currently have one in Las Vegas, Nevada. We have one in Grand Rapids, Michigan. We have a Tier 3 data center in Cleveland. And then I believe we have possibly one more in Boston, Massachusetts, or there's another one on the East Coast. The last one escapes me, but we have a multitude of data centers across the US. So we look towards what's going to give your end users the best performance, the best speed, and the best security as well. These are great questions. Are there any other questions at all that I might be able to answer? So I just got another question. Will ODS be visible to the end client? And the answer can be yes or no. As the partner, you have full control as to if your end users will have access or the visibility to their repositories. When you sign up as a partnership with us, you actually have a partner portal where you can see the repositories of any end user that you or end client that you have sold the solution to, where you can make any types of ads, moves, changes. You can register deals from there. You can also see historical data, get notifications as well. Now, we can grant your end user that same visibility, except they're only going to be able to see their individual repository. So they can't see any of your other clients. It's just going to be theirs alone. But that choice is completely up to you as the partner. And many of our partners choose to manage the data for the end users. So the end users never actually see the ODS portal. They never see the ODS repository, and they never interact with ODS. It's all done through the partner. So as the partner, you have full control over visibility from your client's perspective. Great questions. Anything else? These are really great questions, guys. Give it a few more seconds for any additional questions. All right, doesn't look like we're going to have any more. So once again, I just wanted to say I thank everyone for taking the time to join us today. If you want additional information, please do not hesitate to visit us at offsitedatasync.com/Ingram assets. My email address and phone number are down there too, so please don't hesitate to reach out to me at any point in the near future if you have any questions, concerns, or if you just want to simply schedule a meeting to kind of review a little bit more in depth the feasibility of a partnership with ODS and what it's going to look like. So once again, my name is Lamont Hunter, and thank everyone for their time, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.